really foggy day over here. I hope it's beautiful wherever you are. We're going to begin our practice today finding a comfortable seat, whatever that means for us. Whether your legs are crossed, legs extended, maybe you're on a chair for the first part of this practice. We'll also be entering some restorative postures towards the end of the practice. So have yourself some blocks or a stack of books about 1 foot high, or maybe 8 or 9 inches high, and a bolster. If you're sitting on a blanket, just make sure that you're nice and comfy, sits bones rooted. We're going to go ahead and, as we find our seat this morning, just allow for our bodies to settle in, arrive. We're going to root to rise, so really allowing the sits bones to get nice and rooted, finding length in our spine. It's like someone is pulling us up by a beautiful golden string. And then we'll roll the shoulders back, nice and open chest. And maybe our palms are face down in our lap. Maybe they're by our sides. And just allowing our bodies to arrive here, just noticing the sensation, maybe becoming aware of any background noise, maybe how the air feels on your skin. Just allowing for full presence this morning. What does it feel like to be in your body, on your mat? And then perhaps you begin to bring your awareness inward, maybe lowering the gaze a couple feet in front of you or closing your eyes if it feels safe. And as you begin to notice any tingling, any sensations, anything that may be lingering in the body, allowing yourself to just create space for whatever is. Any thoughts, any feelings, emotions, anything that may be coming up for you, just allowing. And as you settle in, perhaps you begin to bring your awareness to the breath. Noticing the breath this morning, noticing the quality of the breath as it makes its way in and out of your body. Feeling into any sensations. And then perhaps you begin to inhale and exhale through the nose. Gently allowing that breath to move through the body. Perhaps bringing your awareness to that inhale as it makes its way inside the nostrils, into the throat, into the chest and belly. And the exhale as it makes its way back up, compresses the belly, the chest, out through the nostrils. And as you become one with your breath here, notice the sensations. As you inhale, perhaps you feel the coolness of the breath as it makes its way in through the nostrils, into the chest. Maybe you allow that breath to fill you up all the way to the pit of your belly. And then notice as the breath slowly makes its way back out, allowing that chest to compress, the lungs empty. Maybe you notice the warmth of the breath as it leaves the nostrils. A couple more rounds of breath here at your own pace, just noticing, allowing that breath to fill you up with each inhale and empty you out with the exhale. Wherever you are, completing one more round of breath. Nice big inhale. And exhaling it out gently, slowly, allowing that breath to slowly seep out. Returning back to your natural breath, natural rhythm of breath here. Making any adjustments you need to that seat. Shifting your weight side to side. And returning back to that center, rooting with the sits bones, bringing in that long spine. like someone is pulling you up by a beautiful golden string. We'll have a nice humble tuck of the chin here, opening up the back of the neck, palms face down on your lap. Noticing the sensations here as you arrive fully present in your mat, in this space this morning. We're going to do another form of breath work here. And so really noticing what the breath feels like in your body this morning and finding your own pace. So we're going to do a 3-part breath. We're going to inhale for 3, hold for 3, exhale for 3, maybe 4, until you're completely empty. And you'll find your own rhythm through this. So on your next inhale, breathing in through the nose, inhaling for a count of 3. Hold for 3. Exhale for 3. Nice, slow and gentle exhale. Inhaling for 3. Hold. Exhale. And notice the length of your exhales. Maybe you need a little bit more time. Maybe you exhale to a 4 or 5. Inhale for 3. Hold. Exhale it out. Wherever you are, completing one more round. Inhaling. Hold. Exhale it out. And returning back to your natural breath, back to your center, noticing here any sensations in the body. We're going to go ahead and return back to our center, bringing in gentle movements into the body. We're going to first pause here for a moment, bring our palms to center, and allow for our bodies to really take inventory. What's going on with us this morning? When we bring our hands to heart center here, we're just going to pause here for a moment to extend gratitude to our bodies, to our breath, to our space this morning. Perhaps there's an intention that you want to set for your practice, for your day, maybe for your week. Allowing that intention to settle in to your body, to the space, in your heart, in your mind. We'll take a nice cleansing breath as we inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. So it is. Bringing our palms back down. Now we're going to begin to bring movement into the body. So we're going to go ahead and start with the crown of the head, the chin follows, and then the chest. So inhaling, bringing that crown of the head up towards the sky, chin up, opening up that throat, opening up the chest, sending breath all the way down, maybe to the pit of the belly. Exhale it out, releasing chin to chest, bringing that neck open from the back here. Chin rests on the chest gently. Inhaling, coming back up, nice and open. Inhaling, maybe you're filling yourself up all the way to the pit of the belly. Maybe that belly is nice and full. Exhale it out, releasing chin to chest, noticing the sensations here in the back of the neck as you open up. And we're sitting with this theme of inventory. So really checking in with your body every step of the way. Inhale, bringing that crown of the head back up. Nice and open throat, nice and open chest here, sending breath all the way into the pit of the belly. Exhale it out, releasing, letting it go. Noticing the sensations here. We're going to allow for that chin to rest gently on the chest, opening up the back of the neck. Nice and gentle. And then from here, we're going to just allow those shoulders to drop down. So away from the ears here. Sometimes we tend to crunch or clinch without really noticing. So just allowing those shoulders to relax and allowing this to be about the neck here, nice and open, back of the neck. Head feels heavy. And from here, we're going to just go ahead and interlace our fingers right at the back of our head where the neck meets the head, right in that sweet spot, allowing the palms to rest. Maybe we extend the thumbs down towards the spine. And just allow here for those elbows to get nice and heavy. We're not applying any pressure here. We're just allowing gravity to do its job. And now noticing the sensations here in our bodies and our spine. Where are we building up maybe a little bit of resistance? Where can we ease up a little bit more? Maybe allowing those shoulders to relax, allowing those elbows to just get nice and heavy. And as we notice our breath here, where can we create a little bit more space? Taking your time as you inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, releasing the interlace of the fingers, releasing the palms back down. And then with the most gentle movement, maybe the slowest movement thus far, bringing that head back up to center, taking your time. And as you arrive here at your center, just noticing the sensations in the body, taking a nice cleansing breath, inhaling through the nose, and exhale through the mouth. Beautiful. From here, we're going to go ahead and take a nice big inhale, bringing that chin over to the right shoulder. Inhale. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, chin to left. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, chin to right. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, chin to left, last one. Exhale, back to center. Pausing here for a moment. We're going to inhale, drop that right ear towards the right shoulder. No need to crunch. We're just allowing those shoulders to get nice and relaxed. And it's like the ears coming down towards the shoulder here. Nice and open side of the neck here on our left side, really noticing the sensation. And from here, you can decide, maybe you want to look up towards the sky, bringing in that chin up towards the sky a little bit more. Maybe not. Maybe you stay right where you are and just allow that ear to kind of find that shoulder. Maybe you're looking down, maybe your eyes are closed, finding a variation that works for you based on what you need today. And once you arrive at your variation this morning, just allowing the breath to move. Sending breath to that neck, really opening up, noticing any sensations coming up for you. On your next inhale, we're going to go ahead and slowly return to center if you're looking up, and then bringing that head back up nice and gently. Very slow movements here with the neck. We want to take care. Once you arrived here at your center, noticing the sensations, and whenever you're ready, taking a nice big inhale, coming over to the other side, bringing that ear towards the left shoulder. Again, we're not crunching up here. We're just allowing those shoulders to feel nice and relaxed, and allowing that ear to make its way down towards the shoulder. Once you're checking in here with yourself, maybe you stay right here, maybe you look up towards the sky, get a different kind of stretch, finding your variation today. And remembering that each side is completely different, so finding what works for you on this side. Noticing the breath, sending breath to the neck, opening up, feeling into any sensation. And then slowly, gently returning to center, releasing the bind if you took one, and coming back up to your center. And once you've arrived, nice cleansing breath, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Beautiful. From here, we're going to go ahead and make our way into a seat again. Finding our posture. So throughout our practice today, I'll be talking about engaging our core by bringing in the belly towards spine, spine towards the belly. So really finding a nice sweet spot here, finding length in our spine. Sits bones are nice and rooted. Maybe you switch the interlace of the legs here or switch your posture altogether. We're going to continue with gentle movements of the body here. So we're going to come into the shoulders. We're going to just go ahead and roll those shoulders forward a couple of times, maybe 3 forward, and then 3 back. Just rolling the shoulders here, noticing the sensations in the shoulder. And then as you arrive at your center, taking a nice big inhale, crunching those shoulders up towards the ears. Exhale it out, release. Notice the shoulders just open up. Really open up that chest, drop the shoulders down the spine. Inhale, coming back up, crunch. Exhale, release, allowing those shoulders to roll back, opening up the chest, dropping down the spine here. Inhale, one more. And exhale, release, let it go, dropping those shoulders, nice and open chest, pausing here for a moment. Palms face down on our lap. Noticing as our chest is nice and open, the shoulders roll back. Again, our sits bones are rooted, really engaging our core here. So we have nice length in our spine, but we feel nice and rooted in our seat. Pausing here for a moment, we're gonna go ahead and drop that right palm, maybe the fingertips create a nice little teepee tent. We have a nice micro bend in the elbow here, so we're not locking the arm at all. And then once we've arrived here, we're gonna go ahead and swing that left arm over to the right. Inhale, coming over, nice long side stretch here. And remember, we're just taking inventory of the body. We're just waking up the body, so no need to force anything. From here, we're gonna workshop this a little bit. Maybe you go ahead and you rotate that arm and the palm is facing towards the back of the body. So that's just kind of giving us a little bit of a different feel here. And then going ahead, releasing that palm now up towards the sky and sweeping that arm towards the other side. And once you arrive here, planting that left arm, again, finding a teepee tent or your palm, and then we're gonna go ahead and sweep that right arm up towards the sky. Nice and gentle, nice side angle stretch here, noticing the sensations in the body. And from here, we're gonna go ahead, again, rotate that arm, bringing that palm towards the back here, noticing the sensations. And then going ahead, releasing that palm up towards the sky, sweeping over to the other side. We're gonna do the same thing. Pausing here, bringing that arm, and then whenever you're ready, sweeping that left arm over to the right, nice and gentle. So we're moving really slow here. Again, rotating that arm and finding that palm faces the back of the body here, the back of the wall. And then releasing it, bringing that palm up towards the sky, sweeping the arm, taking your time. We're gonna really slow it down. Pausing here, planting that palm, and then whenever you're ready, sweeping that arm over to the left. Noticing the sensations here in your body. Again, maybe you take that spine, rotate the arm, bring that palm towards the back. And then release, bringing that palm up towards the sky, sweeping the arm to the other side, finding your center here and giving yourself a nice wiggle, letting it go. And last week we worked on some sun salutations with a nice twist. So we're gonna work on those again. So we're gonna go ahead and find our seat. And for this, you can have your legs extended or you can have them crossed, whatever feels good in your body. Sits bones nice and rooted. Again, engaging that core, bringing that belly in towards spine, spine towards the belly, rolling those shoulders back. We're gonna go ahead and pause here with our arms by our side. On our next inhale, sweep the arms out and up, inhale. We're gonna pause here for a moment, both arms up towards the sky. We look up towards the sky, palms about 6 inches apart, maybe a little wider, maybe a little narrower. And we're just looking up towards the sky here, really engaging the body, noticing the strength in the arms, noticing that energy that's coursing through the arms, maybe all the way down to the toes. Nice. Inhale. Exhale, going ahead, bringing those arms back down where they came, down to the sides, really engaging with the body here. As we move through our sun salutations, notice all of the sensations in the body from the fingertips. Maybe you reach, a point where you're bringing in energy from the fingertips all the way down to the toes with each breath. We're going to go ahead and take a nice big inhale, sweeping the arms out and up, nice and wide. Exhale, this time we're gonna go ahead and interlace those fingers. And from here, we're gonna release the pointer and the thumb. And we're gonna go ahead and just pause here for a moment. Notice the sensation. If the arms don't want to come all the way up, that's okay. You can release the interlace of the fingers and just do that variation we just did with the palms really engaged, fingertips really extended here. And once you find here the strength, maybe you go ahead and engage those arms, again, rotating those arms inward. So really bringing in those triceps. And then once you've arrived here, noticing the sensations as you inhale and exhale, we're building a little bit of resistance in the arms here, engaging that core, and then we exhale it out, release, letting it go. Giving yourself a nice wiggle. And this time we're going to do a full sun salutation. So you have both options, either bringing the arms back out or bringing them to center. Inhale, sweeping the arms out and up. And exhale, your choice, either palms to heart center or arms back down. Nice and gentle. And arriving back at your center from here, inhale, sweeping the arms out and up. We're gonna exhale about shoulder length, bringing those arms shoulder height. And then exhale, back down. We're slowing down all of our movements today. Inhale, sweeping the arms out and up. Exhale again, shoulder height. This time, we're going to go ahead and incorporate our twist, coming over to the right. Arms extended. Inhale now, arms back up. Exhale, bringing those arms back over to the left. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, open arms to the right. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, open arms to the left. Inhale, coming back up. Final round. Exhale, over to the right. Beautiful. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, over to the left. Inhale, coming back up. Noticing here the sensations. Exhale, release, bringing those arms back down. You may have built a little bit of tension here in the body, releasing with a nice wiggle here, letting it go. And from here, we're going to go ahead and extend our legs if they're not already there. Wiggle them out, noticing the sensations in the legs. Maybe we give ourselves some love taps here. And then coming into our staff pose. So for our staff pose, we can choose to keep our blanket underneath. Maybe we want to have our bodies on the mat, our bums on the mat. So either way, allowing for those sit bones to feel nice and rooted, allowing for that belly to come in towards the spine, nice and gentle, finding that center, rolling those shoulders back, nice and open chest. And then we're going to pause here, bringing our palms by our sides, face down towards the mat. And even if, again, we're just making teepee tents for now, that's totally fine. Really what we're looking for is that engagement from the full body here. So We're going to go ahead and engage the legs now. Once we find our nice strong core, we're going to engage the legs, bringing in those toes towards the face, pushing out the heels. And now we want to check in with our knees here. We don't want to lock the knees. We want to still have a little bit of fluidity. And then once we've arrived here at our staff pose, noticing the sensations as we engage our body from the toes all the way up through the crown of the head. Really breathing in and out, noticing the sensations in the body. On your next inhale, we're going to go ahead and release here gently, releasing the toes, releasing the hold here, and taking one big cleansing breath. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Awesome. Giving yourself a nice wiggle if you need it. From here, we're going to come into a nice gentle twist. We're going to go ahead and start on our right. So we're going to bring that right leg, bending that knee, planting the sole of the foot. And you may need to wiggle around a little bit. Again, you may need to remove the cushion from underneath you, the blanket or towel you're using, and find a little bit more stability. So we're going to go ahead and plant that right sole of the foot, bringing in that knee towards the body. And it doesn't have to look a specific way. This could be your variation. Perhaps the knee doesn't feel great in this position today. So you just go ahead and cross the ankles, okay? So if we're taking the knee here, we're going to go ahead and bring that knee over. So we're crossing over that left leg, okay? Pausing here. And most important thing here is that we're not lobstering over to one side. So we really want to find equilibrium in the body. Sits bones are nice and rooted. So finding your variation, whether that knee is bent or you're just crisscrossing the leg here at the ankle. So once you find your variation here, we're going to come into kind of that staff pose that we were just in, really engaging here, sits bones rooted. Really engaging the core, opening up the chest, arms by our sides. From here, we're going to take a nice big inhale. We're going to bring that right arm up towards the sky. Exhale, we're going to bring that elbow on the inside of that right knee and then twist over to the left. So that left arm is kind of being our anchor here towards the back, nice and gentle. And you may want to hold on to the shin or the ankle here with your right arm. And just nice open twist here. Noticing the sensations in the body. This may or may not be a part of your practice today. And that's all right. Finding a variation that works for you, opening up with a nice gentle twist. On your next inhale, we're going to go ahead and bring that left arm up towards the sky this time, and we're going to do the opposite. So bringing that left elbow on the outside of that left thigh, of that right thigh, I apologize, and then that right arm goes over to the back. So you may use the elbow, you may use the arm to just sort of grip here, and then using that right arm as your anchor. And we're just noticing the sensations here. At any moment, you can release the posture, nice and gentle. This practice is about nice deep stretch, but also about relaxation. So if anything feels forceful or too tight or too tense, just let it go. Notice the breath here as you inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, we're going to go ahead and release that left arm, release the right, return back to center, and gently release the bind here of the leg, whichever you've chosen, and wiggle it out. And noticing any sensations here. The body's constantly giving us information, so we're just really checking in at every moment. Once we've arrived here at our center, we're going to take the bind on the other side. Really, again, checking in because each side is different. Maybe that knee comes up here and then comes over. If not, we want to take that bind here at the legs. You're going to get a nice twist either way. Finding here your bind for this side. And once you've arrived, we start on the same side. So really opening up, bringing in that left arm up towards the sky. Nice big inhale. Exhale, bringing that arm on the inside of the leg. Maybe holding on to that shin or ankle. Elbow is maybe across, on the thigh or near it. And then coming over, nice and open. Coming over to the right side of the body, using that right arm as your anchor here. And checking in with your body every step of the way. On your next inhale, we're going to gently release, bringing in that right arm up towards the sky. And then exhale, again, opposite. So we're going to go ahead and bring that elbow on the outside of the thigh. Maybe we're just holding onto the thigh here, nice and gentle twist over to the left. And we're just noticing the sensations here. We're using that left arm as our anchor. We're not forcing anything. This is just a gentle stretch. So again, if at any moment does not feel like part of your practice, you can let it go. Taking a nice big inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, returning back to center, releasing that bind. Taking your time, releasing the legs, wiggling it out. Maybe you want a little bit more love taps here. These are my favorite. Waking up the body. Hello, legs. From here, we're going to go ahead and come into our forward fold. So really checking in with the body here. When we have our forward folds, I talk a lot about hinging at the hips. So when we're folding, we want to go ahead and allow space here for the sit bones to feel nice and rooted. And we want to go ahead and just fold over before our bodies kind of come into it. We want to hinge at those hips and really allow for length in our spine. Okay. So on our next inhale, we're going to go ahead, sit bones nice and rooted. We find that length in our spine, and then we'll engage the arms here. They're going to propel us. Inhale, sweeping the arms out and up. Exhale, release, and those arms are reaching toward whatever they reach for today. Maybe that's the toes, maybe that's the ankles, the shins, or the knees. And once you've arrived here at your forward fold, notice the sensations in the body. We're going to be here a couple of moments, so really checking in where you may need a little extra love, a little extra breath, and send it there. Notice here the belly. Can you allow the belly to be nice and soft? Allow the spine to just open up slowly as you inhale and exhale. Maybe you become aware of the opening or expansion of each vertebra as you inhale. And then what are the shoulders doing? What is the head doing? Can you ease up? Can you allow the torso to feel nice and heavy? Really focusing on your breath. On your next inhale, we're going to gently make our way back up, maybe the slowest movement of our practice today. And on your way up, maybe you decide you want to go ahead and massage your legs. And you're using your palms as an anchor here and noticing as each vertebra stacks, one on top of the other, allowing the neck and head to reach the sky last. And once you've arrived at your center, you'll take a nice big cleansing breath, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Beautiful. From here, we're going to go ahead and open up. We're going to come into our wide-legged forward fold. And wide legs could mean whatever it means to you. Maybe you like to have a little bit more space. Maybe they're a little bit more narrow. Finding what feels good to you, and most importantly, what allows those sits bones to remain rooted, because remember, we're hinging at the hips as we make our way into our forward fold. From here, we're going to go ahead and find our nice long spine, and then sweeping those arms out and up. Inhale. Exhale. The arms can come down towards the center of the body and use our palms as an anchor. Maybe once you've arrived, you decide that you want those arms to stretch out towards the feet, towards the toes or the ankles or shins. Finding your variation this morning of a forward fold. And once you've arrived here at your variation, allowing again for that belly to become soft, those shoulders to feel heavy, the torso's heavy, the head feels heavy. And this is all about the back of the body. Inhaling and exhaling, sending breath, noticing the sensations. From here, we're going to go ahead and inhale gently, make our way about halfway. And then we're going to go ahead and walk those hands over to the right. And now we have a little bit of a twist here. And so our bodies are kind of over that right leg. Whenever we've arrived here, maybe each arm is on opposite end of that leg. We just allow the body to melt again, finding this gentle twist here in our forward fold. Taking your time, noticing the sensations. If this variation does not feel good in your body, you can take your time and return back to center. On your next inhale, we're going to, again, come up a tiny bit, about halfway, anchor our arms and walk them over, back to center. Pausing here for a moment, taking a breath, and then making your way over to the other side. Gently walking over, checking in with your body, and then releasing that body nice and gently, coming over here, that left leg. Noticing the sensations in the body, noticing what information is coming up for us here. On your next inhale, we're going to come up halfway and walk our palms back to center. And now here, arriving at our center, taking a nice big inhale and exhale. And gently, with as slow of a movement as we possibly can, make our way back up. Taking your time, maybe use your palm as your guide, your palm. And once you've arrived here at your center, noticing the sensations in the body, taking a nice big inhale, exhale it out, and using your hands to help your legs come back together, and wiggle it out. Noticing any sensations in the body here. And then from here, we're going to go ahead and bring the soles of the feet together, coming into our butterfly or our diamond shape. And from here, at first, we're just going to flap the wings here, nice and gentle, really opening up. Noticing maybe any tension we may have built in the body from our forward folds, really allowing for the legs to just ease up, loosen up. And then from here, we're going to go ahead and return back to our diamond shape. And we're going to go ahead and try a different variations. Maybe you feel great with the legs not as close to your body. So you want to just have them a little bit further out and extend those arms. Really important thing here is that we're not sort of curling the spine here. We really want to find length in that spine, and we want to allow those sit bones to be nice and rooted. So from here, you find the variation that works for you. Perhaps you bring those legs closer to you, soles of the feet still together. And again, you really find here that length in the spine, allowing here for that chest to get nice and open. And you just inhale and exhale it out. Notice the sensations in the body. On your next inhale, getting ready to release, we'll go ahead and release the arms gently. Bring those knees up and then release the legs, extending them outward and then wiggling it out, shaking out any tension. And now from here, we're going to go ahead and find our props. Now we're going to try, I can't remember if we've done a supported child's pose before, but we're going to try that today. So we want to have one of our blocks, if we have two blocks, in that vertical, and then another horizontal about 6 or 8 inches apart. Most important thing is that your bolster can rest on the blocks without feeling wobbly. I'm going to bring this to the center here. And once you place your bolster here, again, if you don't have the blocks, you can use a nice stack of books, and the stack of books are going to probably rest towards the center of the bolster here so that they don't come sliding off. So once you find your support here on your bolster, you may want to play around, but if once you come into your child's pose, you notice you need a little bit more support on the knees, you can dismantle this, or maybe you want to do that right now, and you can place the blanket here underneath where the bolster is so that you have some support on the knees. That'll probably feel good for most of us. And then we're going to go ahead, and once we have our bolster set up, our blanket underneath us, we want to go ahead and come into our child's pose. So really, this is an expression of what feels good in your body this morning. So we want to come to the bolster and bring the bolster in between the legs here as close as possible to our pelvic floor. And then we want to allow for the body to melt over our bolster like this. And now, again, this may not feel good for everyone. So if you're in this position and your knees are not agreeing with this, you can try the variation that we've done in the past where we just come in and extend the legs and then melt our body over. So find a variation that works for you. If this posture doesn't work for you at all, then you just go ahead and release this posture and you can return back to that butterfly pose that we were just in. It's going to give you a nice hip opener. So really finding a variation that works for you. And once you've arrived at your variation, allowing this to be about the breath. Maybe your eyes are closed. If you're on your bolster in your child's pose, you want to go ahead and flip over to one cheek so that you can find rest in the posture. Maybe your toes are touching and the knees are wide. Maybe the palms are facing up towards the sky, the arms feel nice and heavy. Maybe switching the cheek and looking over the other side. On your next inhale, you want to go ahead and plant those palms and gently, with the slowest movement of the practice thus far, ask your body to come back up gently. If you're on your knees, really taking care. So the first step is going to be to kind of step back a little bit and then come over to one side, release one side and then the other, taking your time here. And from here, we're going to leave the bolster as is, maybe make any adjustments if it's gotten a little wobbly. And we'll just turn our bodies and we're going to go ahead and come into our supported fish pose here. So really bringing in the tailbone as close as possible to the bolster. You can leave the blanket underneath or you can take it out if that feels best for you. You can play around with it. And bringing that tailbone as close as possible to the bolster here. And once you've done that, allowing that spine to gently melt onto the bolster, allowing that head to be supported here. We don't want the head to be dangling off the bolster. And then we want to allow for those shoulders to get nice and heavy on the opposite ends here. Allowing the arms to take up as much space as they need. And then once we've arrived here, our torso is fully supported, we decide what we want to do with our legs. Maybe the legs are extended outward, feet are flopped to each side. Maybe we want a little bit more of that butterfly, so we bring the soles of the feet together and allow for gravity to do its job here and open up the hip. Finding whatever variation works for you, allowing the body to find rest. And as we settle into this posture here, noticing the openness in our chest, allowing for gratitude to fill us up, tuning into our heart center here, tuning into our breath. Perhaps we invite that nice steady flow of breath make its way all the way to our toes, all the way to our fingertips, and then perhaps we allow that breath to slowly seep out, welcoming in vitality and energy, peace and calm, and letting go of stress. Checking in with your body at this moment. Perhaps you'd like to stay right where you are for our final resting pose, or perhaps you'd like to come into a different form of Shavasana today. So taking your time, if you're coming off of your props, rolling yourself over gently to one side with as little movement as possible, removing the prop. And then gently allowing the body to come back down on your mat. And Shavasana is what you would like it to be. So perhaps there's a variation that works best for you. Maybe you'd like to take your bolster and place it underneath the knees. Maybe the blanket covers you. Finding a variation that works for you today. And once you've arrived here at your resting posture, allowing the body to take shape here, allowing the belly to feel soft, allowing the feet to feel heavy, arms are heavy, legs are heavy, allowing the head to feel heavy, releasing any tension in the shoulders, releasing the muscles between the brow, releasing the jaw, dropping the tongue from the roof of your mouth. allowing the body to fully arrive here on your mat, connecting to the earth beneath you, taking one more cleansing breath, inhaling through the nose, and exhaling through the mouth. Nothing else left to do. Just be. Shavasana. Slowly returning back to your breath. Maybe wiggling your fingers and toes. And just tuning in to your body. And whenever you're ready, maybe rolling yourself over to one side, taking your time, returning back to your seat. And taking your time to return back to the place right where we began our practice today. And as you arrive, just noticing sensations in the body. Perhaps you're feeling peaceful. And bringing those palms back to heart center, whether palms face one another or one palm rests on the chest and the other on top. And tuning into your heart center, tuning into your heart space. Giving yourself a humble bow, thanking yourself for showing up to practice this morning. Showing up for yourselves and everyone else in this room today. It's truly a miracle that we get to be here sharing this space. Thank you for allowing me to guide you in this practice. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings know peace. May all beings feel loved and be loved. May all beings be free from suffering. Namaste. Thank you. I hope you all have a beautiful Sunday, beautiful week ahead. Thank you.